So when you first start going to college, there will be, this phase in which the students in your class will start to form groups, and they will, form these groups, and they will stay in that pack or group until the college ends, right? So the first few things that every kid will try to do when he goes to college is to kind of like find out his group, right? To feel like he belongs to somewhere, he belongs with a pack. That's what everyone tries to do. But unfortunately for me, when I went to my college, I did not find anyone like that, right? So I tried to fit in with a group of people who were like kind of similar, but not really similar, right? They were like really cool kids. So I figured maybe, let me just try to get in their group. And I tried and I failed. But it cost me a lot. So I had to skip my college cricket team selection camps to spend time with these people. I chose to do that, which was a terrible mistake because I was pretty good at playing cricket. I was in my school team, etc. So I skipped going for the selection so that I could make friends with these guys. Because in the early stages, if you don't make friends and you don't get in a group, then you're doomed, right? And I did not make friends that easily, and I did not make that much of friends, and I did not get selected. So finally, it was a disaster for me. I failed miserably trying to be someone who I clearly was not. When you're going to college, um, there is this whole new college lifestyle structure, right? It's like if you want to be with the cool kids, or if you want to or if you want to live the college life, you have to be drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, sleeping at 2 a.m., doing drugs, whatnot. You will try to fit in, right? Because everyone's doing it. And this is like, you're trying to be someone who you clearly are not. Just imagine a college with, you know, 90% same students, how boring it is. Okay, so thankfully for me, COVID happened and I got to go home in my second semester. So when I reached back, I had this realization that, okay, what I'm doing is wrong. I don't have enough friends. What do I do? I just revisited my interest, my strengths, my things. And I kind of like figured, okay, this is how I'm going to live. It's okay that I don't have a lot of friends. I'm seeing these people going out, hanging out, talking, having, making conversations in group after the class. I'm seeing people hanging out. I'm seeing everything. So I'm seeing all these groups of people hanging out, going for lunch, going for dinner, spending a good time, having a good time. And I kind of like, accepted the fact that I don't belong there. I'm not like them. And it's okay. We went back to college in third year after COVID and all. I went for the cricket selection again. I got selected into the team and I got selected. And that's kind of like when I proved myself that instead of trying to be something who you're not, rather work on the things that you're good at. When I got into the team, I really got this feeling of belongingness because everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's got the same mentality, great mentality, to win, to play better, to, the kind of mentality every sportsman should have. So I kind of like proved myself right because I was not spending a lot of time after class in my class. I was going to my hostel, getting changed, going to the ground for the practice, right? And I really liked that because I was spending time with the people having similar interest, right? So I kind of like understood that and I digested it. So I was pretty happy that I kind of like proved myself right. Imagine Samsung trying to be like Apple tomorrow. What they're trying to do is to get people who likes iPhones to buy their Samsung smart mobiles. But what happens? The people who uses the Samsung phones will end up leaving them. And the people who are using the iPhones, they're not going to switch. That's exactly what you're trying to do. You're just trying to be something you're not, or you're like losing your identity. Samsung has their own identity, right? Samsung mobiles have their own operating system, their own design. It is authentic, it is original, it is unique. And when it tries to be something it's not, which is like trying to be an iPhone, it loses its uniqueness, it loses its originality. And all the people who loves the Samsung devices for its authenticity, for its uniqueness, how it is different from the iPhone, they're just gonna lose interest and they're gonna leave. And the people who loves iPhone, why would they even settle for an alternative? But the problem is, when you're trying to fit in, you will start to question your own morals and beliefs, because you would obviously have to change them if you want to be with people who clearly are not like you, right? You will have to agree to the mainstream. You will not question the mainstream. You will clearly not understand your value, because if someone understands their value, they will never be with the wrong people. Wrong people in the sense, people who are not their type. You could be with your own kind of people and learn from them and grow with them together, but you're instead trying to fit in with the people, or you're choosing a certain group of people. You cannot choose who you're going to be friends with, right? Or you cannot choose your group. It just happens. You're not compatible if you feel like you need to fit in. When you're in the wrong environment, you're not going to grow. You're just going to stay there. You tried to fit in. You have successfully fit in. Now you're stuck. What are you going to do? It's better to be a weirdo rather than being a clone. When you're trying to be someone else, to be with a group of people, you're just trying to erase yourself or delete yourself from the society, and you're trying to be a copy. There is no identity and there is no authenticity when you do that. You're not even original. You don't want to share your values. You don't want to share your opinions, share your thoughts. You just want to, go with the flow, so that you can say, oh, I have a group of friends. It's better to be lonely and alone rather than, being with people who are fake, or rather than settling with people who are just not your type. They will never understand you to a deeper level. You might expect them to understand you or care about you, but they will never. And it's clearly not their fault. Fitting in will only give you disappointment.